Now, today is the day that I have been waiting for over a year personally. Now, I told you guys a year ago that Geras was going to be in Mortal Kombat 12, aka Mortal Kombat 1, and I told you exactly what his role was going to be in story mode, and I was 100% correct and spot on, and I will be showing you that video with a year timestamp on it, so that way you can know it's real, and that way you can know that it's not altered by me or any way, shape, or form. So stay tuned towards the end of the video and I'm going to show you that audio. But for you new viewers, let me go ahead and just kind of retell you what Geras' role in Mortal Kombat 1 is. Now, over a year ago, I did a video telling you guys that Geras is going to alert Liu Kang about an ancient evil, that Liu Kang has tempered with time, and he basically explains to Liu Kang, hey, listen, you made some changes to some fixed points in time, and the fixed points in time are trying to correct themselves. And in order for it to correct themselves, it needs to dish out some negativity, meaning that it was going to put some evil back into the world. Now, what's going on here is exactly what I said. I also told you a year ago that Geras is going to be working with Liu Kang hand in hand, and I mentioned that Geras is going to sacrifice himself in the story mode to save all of reality, is what I told you. Now, I did say it was 3 other people that were going to sacrifice themselves also if it wasn't Geras, but I did tell you specifically that it was going to be Geras. I also got some screenshots of some comments from some subscribers that left comments over a year ago, so you will be able to see exactly what I'm talking about at this point in time. So, Geras is definitely a very, very interesting person. Now, it's been eons, very much eons, since everything has happened with Kronika. It's been a very long time. It's been nothing but peace across the board. But now, everything is started to shift and catch up with each other, and Liu Kang basically gotta correct his wrongs. So what's gonna happen at the end of Mortal Kombat 1, spoiler alert, is that the Titans are going to come for Liu Kang to punish him and imprison him for his actions. Now, a lot of you are probably scratching your head like, wait, he won. What are you talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is this, is nobody gave Liu Kang the authority to become a fire god. Now, a lot of you are probably like, dude, Raiden gave Liu Kang the authority to become a fire god. Well, guess what? Raiden did not have the permission or the go-ahead to make Liu Kang a fire god. Raiden got to check in with the Elder Gods before he take a piss. So what made you think that Raiden had the authority to make Liu Kang a fire god? Nobody gave him that authority. Basically, Raiden was a tyrant. He was a tyrant at that point, and he made a decision he felt like was going to protect humanity, but at the same time, he did nothing but make things 100% worse. It looked like Liu Kang is in control, looked like he got everything under control, but you're going to see how quickly all that stuff begins to unfold, because the timeline is doing everything that it can to reset itself, to rebalance itself. So you're going to see all hell break loose. Just when you thought it was over, it begins again. Now, it also says that Liu Kang is going to face a threat that he would have never ever expected. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give my bunny ears, quote unquote, educated guess on who those suspects may be. Now, number 1, two Titans is going to be a male Titan and a female Titan who's going to show up to confront Liu Kang about his actions with Kronika. Now, this is supposed to be the keeper of time and space, or the keeper of all reality, or something like that. You'll get more details on it by the time the game come out and everything. So those are the first 2 people. Now, the second 2 people that I have in mind is Kronika making her return. Kronika seeing all of this stuff happening in every single timeline. She said it all played out the exact same every single time. What if this is a part of Kronika's plan? What if her dying is just a part of how the timeline happens, and then at some point she comes back, take control again, and it just repeats itself? Now, that would be extremely stupid. I know we all can agree on that. A lot of us didn't even like Kronika. So for us to get past Kronika so quickly, I guess it's kind of a head scratcher. It's probably a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. But I would love to see Kronika come back again and actually be a super powered villain. I'll make a separate video on that. But those are the people that I have in mind right there. It's going to be some Titans. It's going to be Kronika. It could be Kronika and Shinnok. And my third pick is good. And I know Kronika and Shinnok is just like far-fetched as hell, but I'm just throwing that out there. But the third one that it can be is that it can be Liu Kang himself from another timeline. It's what it can be. Or it can be Raiden from another timeline. But we do know they want us to believe that it's Shang Tsung, how he just popped over and killed everybody. Nah, it's definitely not Shang Tsung. It's some puppeteering mastering going on here and everything. So I can't wait to see. We're getting so close to September before we can get our hands on this story mode. Now we're gonna go ahead and pop back over to Geras. So mind you, Geras is Kronika's right-hand boy. That's her boy, that's her right hand, that's her man's. You know, so wouldn't you have to suspect that Geras knows how to bring Kronika back? Wouldn't Kronika have some type of contingency plan? I'm just throwing stuff out there because I want you to think. What if Geras is the villain? I think I'll make a video on that too. What if Geras is the villain all along and Kronika is pulling the strings? Wouldn't that be very interesting? You know, so it's a lot of videos to make to follow up all these theories, but to kind of stick to back because I'm getting off track. I told you that I was going to show you footage of a year ago of me saying that Geras is going to be Liu Kang's right-hand man. He's going to warn him that time is all messed up and that something is coming from him and he needs to fix it or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that clip here up on your screen. I'm actually going to screen record my computer so you actually can see the date or whatever. So I just want you to know it's all authentic, and then we're going to go over those fan comments or whatever it is. So we're going to check that out in 3, 2, 1, and look at this here on your screen. Okay, so the link to this video is going to be in the description. Let me go ahead and fast forward here. It's gonna be at the 7-minute mark is where it's gonna be. Damn, y'all almost saw my baby in the background. All right, it's gonna be around about the 7-minute mark. So I'm gonna start it like right here. We're gonna listen up to the 7-minute mark. I'm gonna turn my speakers up in the background so you can actually hear the audio. So go ahead and check this out for me. Separate occasions from my source. Now you'll probably wonder, well, if he's a source, why is his information all over the place? Because they are still currently and actively developing this game. Things change all the time. That's what happens. This is the reason why, for example, Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath was never supposed to happen. Aftermath was always meant to be a part of the original story. Don't worry about that. I have a video where I can provide some proof on that in the future, so look forward to that. Now that we went and got Kentaro out of the way, we're going to go down and we're going to talk about Geras. So, Geras being in Mortal Kombat 12 is a no-brainer. This dude has lived billions of lifetimes. He knows the ancient evil, and I'm also told that Geras is going to answer to the ancient evil, but Geras is going to have a heart because he wants to bring peace, which means he is going to join Team Liu Kang to help Liu Kang restore peace to save the realms, and he's going to do so by sacrificing himself for the betterment of everybody. Now, I did mention in the previous video that somebody's going to get it. It's either going to be Raiden, Liu Kang, or Geras, the people that are going to sacrifice themselves to save the world. Kind of like on some Arrow stuff where Arrow was able to shoot an arrow, no pun intended, and he saved like 8 billion people in the crossover before he just vanished. So yeah, keep that in mind. Now, I do want you to know that this guy, as mentioned before, voiced for Sector. Alright guys, as you heard it for yourself, over a year ago, I told you guys exactly what Geras' story is going to be. He is most certainly a very important part of the story. He is the bridge between good and evil. He is Liu Kang's right-hand man in this timeline. But I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this right now. Do not trust Geras. Trusting Geras is not a good idea, and you will see why I say that a little bit later down the line. Right now, and I'm not going to spoil all of that for you, but I will tell you that Geras do know who the Ancient Evil is, and Geras does warn Liu Kang as to what's going to happen. Now, before I get into those screenshots that I had from that fan, I'm going to go ahead and actually play the clip as to what Geras told Liu Kang in the trailer. So check this out, and I'll be right back with you.
Geras, my old friend. It's been eons. It's good to see you.
Likewise, Lord Liu Kang. Duty is my highest calling.
Steel object which lies beyond the realms. The hourglass regulates time.
Watched you with the hourglass. You are relishing your role as Earthrealm's protector. When you restarted history, you altered the destinies of certain malefactors to neutralize them. Your vision of peace may already be compromised.
Warn him about the singular irregularities that are happening within the reality of Liu Kang's that he needs to take care of. So it's the beginning of the game. It's the call of the storm. Don't worry, I am going to be making a video breaking down where all of this stuff is going to be happening within the actual story mode. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a super fun video. But I'm going to go ahead and pop this comment up here on the screen from over a year ago of me having a conversation with a fan as to what's going to be Geras' role. So check this out right here on your screen. I'll be back with my commentary. Alright guys, if you look here on your screen, this is exactly what it says. He said, I would like to see smoke in this game, but Geras having a heart and sacrificing himself for the greater good is going to be something I gotta see this to believe if the story mode is going to be insane. So much is going on. I said facts. He said, thank you, Wave Report. I appreciate you so much. And yes, Liu Kang has a lot of work to do, and Geras helping him is a surprise to me. A lot of people did not expect this at the time for Geras to come back and be able to help Liu Kang. This is something I've always told you guys, that this was certain, that Geras was going to be coming back. He's going to play an important part to story mode. Now, could some things have changed? Yes, some things are always in a position to where they can be changed. But at this point, I haven't heard anything about any changes. That's because I have not been checking too much of that information lately. I'm trying to get as far away from leaks as I possibly can, but I did want to point out this one right here because it was just too obvious to not point out. And a lot of people was hitting me up like, hey, you said this word from word that Geras is going to be Liu Kang's right-hand man. I also told you that Geras represents the bridge between good and evil. I'm not going to spoil too much, but he represents the bridge between good and evil. And how does a bridge work? You can walk across it, and it works both ways on both sides. That's just what I want to say there. So Kronika do got her little plant in Liu Kang's little circle, so just remember that in case they want to explore that later down the line. But yeah, so hopefully me showing you that video from a year ago and then me showing you this message here, there's a lot of other things that came true also. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video on those because I don't know if you guys care about that type of stuff. If you want me just to ignore all the leak talk and move forward, let me know, because that's kind of what I want to do, because I want to just be great and have great content and be a reliable source for information is what I want to do. I don't want to give anybody a reason to discredit me, but I just had to point this out that your boy Geras, I told you he was going to be coming back. I was 100% certain about it, and it happened just like I said it was, and he's playing the exact role that I told you he was going to play, straight up. You know, so at this point, I'm just going to do a brand new video and call it Story Mode Predictions Shang Tsung, Story Mode Predictions Li Mei. I'm going to do something like that and turn it into a series so we can kind of see what's going to happen from there. I think that'll be very, very fun. So again, let me pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below. How do you feel about me predicting this information over a year ago? Let me know what you think. Sound off in the comment section. I will be reading. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.
Pull up your friends. If they say it's up, then we ain't even shaking hands. Pull up with a beef and now they wanna change the plans. Reason why they running, cause we shooting at they mans, yeah. Hey, and it's all part of the plan. Why she keep on calling, cause she know I'm high demand. So in love with me, I got her on command. She sucked me inside the coop, I say, and I'm your biggest fan. Yeah. she pull up whenever I lean. I made it to the top row, you can see I'm living great. I'm in Cali with some bitches on the beach, we bring a sand. Keep that 30 on the seat, and shoot like Curry.